through some other things that I think a lot of us, not just in midlife, but sometimes in midlife, can use. These, I think, are the real reasons we're tired, and I want you to think of them as energy leaks, and I want you to ask yourself where you are doing this. So first thing that I want to say that I noticed for myself is not asking for help. So we had an incident a couple of weeks ago, or is it last week?
It was last week.
Was it last week? We had an incident last week where the links, I was getting ready to do a webinar. The links for the webinar were wrong, and I couldn't get a hold of anybody. It was just me here with my computer. All my clients are waiting on the other end to get on the call. I can't make it happen. And I think because I probably hadn't taken real good care of myself, I had a complete and utter cry fest meltdown. And I kept thinking over and over to myself, I'm just here by myself. Like, I don't, I'm not, I can't remember the exact sentence that I said, but I'm just doing it by myself. And I noticed after I said it in that instance, I actually got some coaching on it with my coach, and I noticed in so many ways my brain loves this thought. I'm just doing this by myself, like a martyr.
Yeah.
Like I went through a whole 15-year span where I loved to live like a martyr. My brain loved to find evidence for how I'm doing it myself.
You're like a victim.
Wearing it like a badge, being a victim. And when I was getting coached on it, my coach was like, okay, it's fair enough. You had an incident where you were kind of by yourself there for like 30 minutes where, you didn't have help there. And I'm sure that felt frustrating or whatever. But we kind of explored all the ways that I do have help and that I have gotten support for myself. And it's just crazy how when your brain picks up a story like that, just think of how you feel when you say that. I'm doing this all by myself. That is a terrible thought.
Automatically you feel
you feel kind of resentful. You feel this weird kind of like it's not the energy that I want to be living my life in. Mm-hmm. It kind of puts you at odds with everybody else.
Everyone else is doing something wrong.
Everyone else is doing something wrong, and it's sort of against you or whatever. Like a terrible energy that I don't want to be in. And I just noticed how it made me feel defeated. How it made me feel like, well, I guess I'm just shouldering all of this by myself. And I started, like when I noticed in other areas that I was doing it in, how it's so not even true.
Yeah.
How I have so much amazing, beautiful help in literally every part of my life.
But it is interesting because the past few weeks, I feel like you've really had a lot of struggles. Like just feeling, I can tell because you are the type of person that you're pretty much always good.
Yep.
So it's pretty noticeable when you are not.
Yep.
And it's not even that it's that big of a thing. It's just noticeable when you kind of are in a more negative place.
Yes.
And for the past few weeks, I feel like even just with Tom and the things going on and the travel.
I mean, I was saying that about Tom too.
Yes.
Like I'm just doing this by myself.
Yes. And I remember we would talk on the phone and like you really did feel exhausted. You could tell that you felt, and not that there wasn't things to make you exhausted, because there definitely were. Sometimes I get off the phone with Mom and I'm like, I don't know how she does this every day. But also, that's not usually how you view it. And that's not like your usual attitude surrounding all the things that you love about your life.
I love my life.
Right.
Yes.
And there was a sense of definitely exhaustion and like...
Yeah, and think about how it's so easy for all of us to go, I could point to things and go, no, I think this is why I feel this way. I think this is why I feel tired. I think this is why I'm exhausted. But honestly, what I've realized is that even as much as I am aware of my thinking, it's easy to let sneaky thoughts like that come in and take root. And then you're feeling exhausted literally from your own brain.
Well, it makes me think too, like, I feel like me and my friends are guilty of this too. Because, we are pretty like go-getter type of people. We fill our schedules, we fill our plates. And a lot of times when we sit down together and like look at our calendar or look at the months ahead, like even this year for us, we have like
you guys have a lot
going on, a lot of weddings, a
Yeah.
lot of travel, a lot of
Yeah.
like just big changes in life things, and we just moved, and it's so easy to look ahead at your schedule and immediately be like, I'm so busy.
Right. But think about this, because this is my next point, which is like overfunctioning, like taking responsibility for things that aren't yours to carry. So I want you to imagine when you look, because I've done the same thing, you look at your schedule and you go, that makes me exhausted just thinking about it.